Here at South by Southwest 2024 Film and TV Festival, the cast and crew of Star Trek Discovery Season 5 has beamed into the Stateside Theater. I'm here with Sonequa Martin Green, who plays Captain Burnham of the U.S.S. Discovery. Sonequa, how proud are you to premiere Disco Season 5 here at South by?
Oh, I'm so proud. We were jumping for joy when we found out we would be here. What a great place to be. What a great celebration of the entire series, of what we've accomplished together. Let's fly.
Let's fly indeed. And I'm telling you, I've seen 4 episodes of Season 5. This season flies higher and bigger and stronger, and that's a bold statement, okay? Like, how does it feel to be in the final season of Discovery?
Oh man, it's bittersweet. It's bittersweet, it's joyful. We are overwhelmed with gratitude. It's spilling out of our pores. It's been a while since we shot it, so we've had some time to process, and things have really cemented. You know, our appreciation for each other, our appreciation for this show, for the franchise. It just is cementing, and I don't know. I have a suspicion that it'll continue to cement as the days go on.
I'm sure it will. But what was it like for you, for the cast, knowing that you were filming your final scenes?
Well, you know what? We got both experiences, because when we shot the bulk of Season 5, we did not know. It was just another season for us. And then we found out that that would be our last, and we were able to get a little coda shoot, and then we did know. And man, it was rich. It was intense. It was full. We did everything together. We laughed, we cried, we played, we danced, we recited poetry. Man, it was wonderful.
Michelle,
Yes.
Michelle, how excited are you to premiere this 5th and final season here at South by?
I'm so excited I didn't even let you finish your question.
That is how
How
excited.
excited I am.
That's a very, very exciting feeling. And you know what?
It's amazing to be here. It
is
really
amazing.
is. Yeah, I've never been. Sorry, you keep trying to ask a question.
I'm excited
Answering the
too.
minute you pull it back.
I'm so excited too.
I-
Okay, so Michelle, I've seen the first 4 episodes of Season 5. This is the biggest, best season. You're going out way, way, way on top. What can the fans expect from Season 5?
Well, first of all, thank you. That is so kind of you to say. They can expect an exciting adventure season, lots of heart, as always with Discovery, and hopefully it is our best season yet. I mean, we want to, we didn't know going into the season that it would be our last season, but hopefully everyone feels like it's the best yet and we're going out with a bang.
What was it like for the cast when it finally came back to those final moments,
Yeah.
for them to film these final scenes and not, I mean, they're all here together,
Yeah.
but say goodbye to the characters?
It was really emotional. It was very bittersweet. Fortunately, the studio and network gave us the opportunity to shoot some extra material. So going into that, we then knew that that was going to be our last day. So we could all really appreciate being there together for the last time, and getting to say goodbye. And it was really emotional. It's very much like a family. We really feel like a family. Yeah.
Last question is this: how proud are you of Star Trek Discovery?
Oh my gosh, so proud and so grateful to have been able to be a part of it. It's really been a dream, and it's the highlight of my career so far, and I couldn't be more proud and grateful.
Bravo.
Thank you.
Nice to see you.
Thank you. You too.
Okay, so Blue, how excited are you to bring this 5th and final season of Disco here to South by Southwest?
I'm very excited. It's like bittersweet, but the fact that we get to celebrate it like this here, I think, has made a huge difference. We haven't gone to do this with a season yet, and to have it be this one is like really nice to come back and see everyone and celebrate it like this.
I haven't had a chance to talk to you through this whole thing until right now, and I guess my first question for you is, how proud are you to be part of all this?
Insanely proud. Yeah, this is very much like a once-in-a-lifetime kind of show and cast and group, and I'm going to carry it with me forever, and I'm insanely grateful to be a part of it.
I know you're all here together and you're all like family, but what was it like for you to, film your final moments and, say goodbye to Adira?
Weirdly, I could not stop laughing. It was a very sad day, the day that we'd had the coda shoot. We went back to shoot it. and it was like laughing at a funeral, kind of uncomfortable, where I just could not stop laughing. So it wasn't terrible, it was just weird.
Yeah, sure.
Weird day.
Yeah. Hi, Mary. Nice to see you. So, here we are. You are in Austin, Texas for the premiere, the 5th and final season of Star Trek Discovery.
That I am.
Okay. How are you feeling? How proud?
I'm feeling great. I'm feeling super proud of everything that we've accomplished through the 5 seasons of this show. I'm really excited to share this 5th and final season with the world.
See, what I feel like, and I said this when I saw season 1 premiere, ArcLight, August 2017, is that Discovery is a cinematic show. Every episode feels like a movie, and I'm only 4 episodes in, and wow.
Yeah.
Holy Toledo, what can fans expect? And what can people who just love good television expect?
I think fans can absolutely expect a cinematic experience, a lot of action, high stakes, innovative problems to solve, beautiful visuals, and really heartfelt story.
And you've really all grown together. What's the big takeaway for you after 5 seasons of Discovery?
Oh, after 5 seasons of Discovery, I guess my big takeaway would be that we created a show about family in front of and behind the cameras, and that's what I'm most proud of with what we've done.
Hello, my friend, Doug, my friend Doug. Oh, you're
Pinch
so
you and
sweet.
shake you like a
Pinch me all
baby.
you want. So how do you feel bringing Star Trek Discovery 5th and final season here to South by Southwest?
Well, this was a new and different thing for us because we've had premieres of other seasons, but never part of this. This is my first time at South by Southwest, so what an exciting way to do that with a final season of a show I've been working on for so long. It's so dear to me now, and we can celebrate in a bigger way this way. Yeah.
Doug, you have been a part of this for so long. 5 seasons, but over like 7 or 8 years of filming and everything.
Right.
What's the biggest takeaway for you after this whole Star Trek Discovery is said and done?
Right. I think my biggest takeaway is the fandom that came with the Star Trek franchise. That was, I've been working for 38 years as an actor, a lot of science fiction, a lot of horror, fantasy, comic book genre, but Star Trek. It brings a wave of people with it that I never had met before, and a family. As all the fandoms go in the world, this one is the most family-like I've ever been a part of in my life. And so that is a huge takeaway in my heart from this whole experience.
What was it like for you the final time you took off your prosthetic?
Oh, can we talk about, yes, the final time Saru came off of me, I was like, and stay out. No, but but I hung it on my hand, and Whitney Houston was playing in the background in the makeup trailer. So I ended up singing the entire song of I Will Always Love You to my Saru as it hung on my hand. Someone was recording it, so I hope it's out there somewhere. And I got teary-eyed because it was kind of like, okay, oh wow, we've been through a lot together. And but so I did actually, I kept that last makeup piece. It's in a plastic bag at home now. Yeah.
I was going to ask you if you kept any.
One. I kept that. I kept a pair of my hoof boots, my signature boots that are like the hoof boots, and I also kept my. I never kept it. I didn't use many weapons though. Honestly, of all the cast I used them the least, but I kept my my Kelpian High Council brooch. Yeah, I have that. So that's kind of a yeah.
Alex Kurtzman, how excited are you to premiere
Oh my God.
5th and final season here at South by?
It's amazing. Getting to screen it in front of an audience is like, we just don't get that privilege. We sit with our editors and with each other and we watch it and we hope audiences like it and then you read about it online, but to actually hear fan feedback in real time is amazing. So
I've said this to you about the other shows you've worked on, but it's absolutely the same with Disco, especially this last season. It's not just great Star Trek, it's great television. What can people who just love good TV expect?
Listen, if you haven't watched the first 4 seasons of Discovery, I think you should be able to airdrop into season 5 and have a great time. It's a real adventure. If you have, it's going to be a richer experience because you've gotten to see how these characters have evolved so hugely over the course of our 5 seasons.
Well, I say if you haven't seen the first 4 seasons, you're missing out. But that's, But what do you hope the people here at South by take away from tonight's screening of the first episode?
You know, I think Star Trek led the charge in this new era of Star Trek. I don't think there would be all these new Star Trek shows and renewed interest in Trek without Discovery. So my hope is that people will see, you know, how it all started and why it's endured.
Wilson, my friend, how excited. I mean, this is a big deal. You have Star Trek premiere at South by. This is a first.
Pretty big deal, yes. It's a great way to go out, for sure.
Now, listen, it's not just about Star Trek. It's about great television.
Yes.
So what can people here at South by expect from just watching this first episode of the season?
I mean, you know, I think what's great about this first episode that sets up the season is the fact that we're, after jumping 900 years, solving the burn, having first contact with Tensi, you finally see these people in a moment where they're so comfortable in their skin, they're comfortable in this new future, and they're ready to take on whatever comes at them. And something big comes at them, and it sets up the whole season. It's a great episode.
Doug Jones playing Saru. Mary Wiseman as Sylvia Tilly. Blue Barrio as Adira. And Sonequa Martin Green as Captain Michael Burnham. Wilson Cruz as Dr. Hugh Colbert. All right, welcome everybody.
Oh, am I supposed to hold this? No.
So, Sonequa, we'll start with you. How does it feel to have the
We've been doing
how
it
does
to
it feel
each
to
other
have the
just yeah.
the final season premiere here at South by Southwest on a big screen like this?
Let's say that it feels wonderful on 3. 1, 2, 3. It feels wonderful.
Thank you.
It really does. It's amazing to share these last moments with you. The premiere of our final season. I'm so happy. We're so happy that we can have it with all of you and with each other. Yeah.
So, Michelle, I want to start with you because I gasped at the reveal that this season is going to tie back to The Chase, the Star Trek The Next Generation episode. It's one of my favorites. I heard other people go, what? in the theater today. How did you decide to link that episode with this show?
Well, hello, and thank you all. We really appreciate you being here. The Chase is an episode that had stuck with many of us because it addresses such huge ideas and huge themes. Where do we come from? The creation of life, and then it was this one episode, and then that was it. And then they had another episode after that. And it just felt like that was something, it just left us with many, many questions. What happened after that? What if? And so when we were thinking about this season in particular and what we were going to be doing thematically and our characters looking at questions of meaning, questions of purpose, it felt like that was a really great place to go back to as a launching point for this adventure, and that it was thematically resonant. So that's where it came from.
Thank you. Sonequa, that opening sequence of you on the ship was pretty badass.
Thank you.
What was that like to shoot?
Oh, man. Okay, well, this is, as you can see, it's an adventure, season 5. And that's something that we ended up saying that all the time. It became a mantra on set as we were shooting, did it not? Because, you know, Michelle let us know before we started shooting that this was going to be the adventure season. This was going to be the fun season. We were going to do things we had never done before. We were going to endeavor to just do the impossible. And that, oh my goodness, those sequences in that first episode, the Sand Runner sequence, which I know is one of your favorites. Oh my goodness, at the VR wall with 11,000 1,000 plus screens, all these elements coming together. It's fire and smoke and wind and the screen. It was just incredible to watch it come together because we really were doing the impossible. And it just keeps going. You know, there's more of that. It just keeps growing. Yeah.
Mary, hi. Hi. You had some.
Don't start.
You had some a great scene of flirtation with what seemed to be a fellow.
Is that what you call that? I don't know, man.
Well, what would you call it?
Bumbling foolishness. Right. Wait, I guess it's Tilly's approximation of flirtation. Leave me alone. I'm very graceful. As you could tell in that scene. So, what was your question?
Should we expect more flirtation from Tilly for this season?
Sure. Yeah.
Shouldn't we always expect it?
Yeah, I think, yeah, sure. Yeah, definitely. 100%, absolutely, maybe.
All right. We'll go from maybe flirtation to definite betrothal between Saru and Trina.
Thank you. Oh gosh, this does my heart well. Thank you so much for giving me the relationship I've always wanted as an alien. Right? But how perfect with the Vulcan though? They seem to get along well, don't they?
They do. Yeah. They do seem like an unexpected but very good match. What should we expect from them this season?
Well, now that you know we're engaged, but there's also going to be some relationship issues, as any relationship will go through. Where do we draw the line of like me stepping into her territory diplomatically, her defending her temper from me a little bit? Yeah, there's going to be some issues that might challenge our wedding happening, maybe. Boy, you know, this is hard. This is hard.
Well, a lot of maybes. Wilson, you know, one of the great things about Star Trek has been how much it has broken ground on television in terms of representation. What has it meant for you to be one half of the first gay couple on Star Trek?
I was expecting that. I mean, I think all I can say is that it's been life-altering, really. But it's been such a privilege to share that honor with my friend of 30 years, Anthony Rapp, who I miss so dearly this week. But he's in Tokyo. He's singing his little face off.
Alive.
You know, this franchise has been alive for over 50 years, and for most of it, many of us who are part of the LGBTQ community have longed to see ourselves reflected in this franchise because it felt like a place that we should be a part of and that we really were a part of. And so to be the two people who kind of welcomed this community in has been an honor. And to see these two characters really develop and expand their family with Blue and with Ian as our chosen family has been incredible. And so I couldn't be prouder, and I'm so grateful to everyone who has supported our storyline, and I'm just proud of being a part of that.
That's a really great segue to Blue as well, who you've also broken ground in representation for Star Trek. But I'm curious if you could talk a little bit about how maybe your journey as and Adira's journey might be a little similar.
Yeah, first of all, shout out to that big truck in the back. I love that so much.
Do you like how I just acted like it wasn't happening at all?
I didn't hear anything anyone said. Yeah, I feel very lucky that I got to be the person to step into the shoes of this character because you both allowed me a lot of freedom with bringing my own transition and my own experience to Adira, which is insanely special. And this entire weekend, all I've been thinking is how much this is going to stay with me forever, because this is really a once-in-a-lifetime kind of experience and a once-in-a-lifetime kind of a character to play. I started playing Adira at the beginning of my transition. And to now be here 4 years later is insane to look back and see how much I grew with them and how much of a part of me they are and how much of me is in them. And I feel like that's just not an experience you get very often, if ever. So I'm very grateful.
This is, of course, the final season of Star Trek Discovery. Alex, you launched this show in 2017. It was the return of Star Trek to television. Can you talk a little bit about what Star Trek Discovery has meant for Star Trek, and as we're entering its final season?
Sure. Well, when we started Discovery, we didn't expect that it was going to launch a whole new Star Trek universe. We were just trying to bring Star Trek back to television. When you're the first one in the door, people have lots of opinions about you. But the truth is that this whole era wouldn't be possible without Discovery. Discovery was the one that kicked the door in and made it happen. And none of the other shows would have sort of understood, like, oh, let's go in this direction or let's go in that direction, because Discovery set the course. So I think, in that regard, it's just an amazing thing. Personally, for me, it's been the most incredible journey. Star Trek has saved my life so many times, and in this particularly so, because the pressure was sort of crazy, and it was a bumpy first season, and you guys stuck with us, and ultimately I think we found our footing, and I think we're just all so proud of what we were able to accomplish. Just every sort of barrier got broken by this show, and I think what we all feel more than anything is just so much gratitude for having had the opportunity to do it, and also the family that we all got to. There's like a cliche, oh, you're always a family. This is really a family. I mean, it's really something special. I've never been with a cast that is as devoted to each other, and you should have honestly seen them between takes. It was the most joyful thing. I mean, all of this, it's like between takes, there was either like Doug doing a runway fashion show for everybody, or like them blow darting each other to death. Yeah. Would anybody like to just try to show? That would happen all the time.
We're back, we're fine.
So it really was just what a gift. What a gift.
That was a very fun demonstration. Are there any other...
I'm sure you're like, what the hell is
Tell
going
them what
on?
you used to say when it was time for us to roll. Do lock it up for them.
Every time we'd get ready for a take, they'd say, okay, what did they say?
No, not that.
They'd say, lock it up. I'd say, lock it up.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
You did clap too.
Yes, we did do 16 claps. Yeah.
Well, as the day was wearing on,
at the top of the day.
we'd be at
Yeah, we
our
could. Yeah, we
late in
could
the
do
day.
15 claps
And we
together.
did really
15
That's how
claps.
we would do the top of the. I'm pretty sure you have another question. I'm gonna do it real quick. I'm so sorry. We messing up your whole program. So at the top of every day, we would do 15 claps together, just to get together. Like, hey, we're all doing this together. We're in this together. Let's bring the energy and the passion and the love. Let's go. And we would go. You just go with us, right? Everybody, clap your hands.
That's it. Yes.
I was gonna ask what some of your favorite memories of making the show are, but you feel like you've answered that already. Is there any other?
I will also add one other thing that I just thought was a beautiful way to start the day. Every day, we would start the day before we did anything. They would bring everybody on set, and we would have crew appreciation, and we would pick one member of the crew who that day whenever you see them, you would thank them for their work and for the way that they show up every day, and then they would get
A medal.
And then the next day, they would pick the next crew member and pass the medal over, and then we would appreciate them that day. So that's how we started every day.
Yeah, that's good.
What's more Star Trek than that?
I've seen that in action. It's really fantastic. Is there, since we're coming to the conclusion, is there anything you guys would like to maybe say to the fans or say about this season to sort of bring it all on home?
Sorry. Where do you start? Besides,
where do you start?
The words "thank you" fall short in how we feel toward you. The franchise really starts with you, and thank you for taking us in as family. That's something we all heard on the convention scene. Meeting you one at a time was welcome to the family, and hearing that from an audience is like that's what we were working toward. And thank you so much for letting us be a part of that family.
I think it's worth saying, we asked a lot of our audience with this new series. We were serialized. We were far more diverse than even Star Trek has ever been. We took a lot of risks in storytelling, and you guys went on that ride with us, and I can't even begin to tell you how grateful we are. And we'll never forget it. Thank you.
Thank you for bringing the cinema to it as well, both of you, Alex and Michelle. Thank you. Thank you. The cinematic component of our show, we took that to the next level as well. And now the other iterations that come from us will be able to take advantage of them. They already have. This is all about, there's so many words that you could say that are an umbrella term to describe Star Trek Discovery and the experience, but evolution is one of them, and unity. And so as we all evolved in front of the camera, we all evolved behind the camera, and you evolved with us. So thank you for that evolution. Thank you for this experience, this journey, this life that we've had together. And there is no goodbye. We'll always have this. So thank you.
I think that's it. I think we're done. I'm not an actor. Thank you all thank you so much. Thank you so much.
The 5th and final season of Star Trek Discovery drops on Paramount Plus on April 4th, and you can check back here for more great content from South by Southwest 2024. Until then, live long and prosper, and keep going boldly.